Oh yeah, I mean that is also on the table. That can be done, but you just don't up and leave because you just want to up and leave, you know.
So when they approach you, what do they say? Like,
Oh,
Charlie.
I mean, when people will come to you and say, "Look, I can give you a better opportunity," and they probably would try to pay you more
Hmm?
and all of that. But sometimes it's not all about the money, you know.
Are we talking about the cash that will blow your mind?
Yeah, I mean, you would hear, I mean, it's all about digits, really, but the person hasn't put the money on the table. You haven't seen it yet. So if you are just you're living an imaginary life, then you can live in that bubble. And I'm sorry, sometimes they can disappoint you. And sometimes you also need to look at, I probably have said this before, you also have to look at the longevity of the new place that you're going to. This is a tried and tested business. You have watched I not you. I have watched it grow.
Okay.
You know, I have seen the ups and downs. I know the loopholes. I can sit at home and tell you exactly what will happen or what will not happen. Why would I leave that and go to a place where I know nothing about? A place that's probably just started and hasn't, survived in the industry for a long time. So you ought to look at all those things.
What was the feeling when you first walked into this building?
Um, I was very young then, and I was blown over because I hadn't gone to a radio station like this before. I knew zero about radio, and so I was amused. I was excited. I I am an adventurous person, so I really wanted to know and see and understand how everything worked. And it was also based on that adventure that I hanged on and tried to understand what I had walked into.
Why did you walk in? What brought you here?
Um, um, I had been listening to Joy FM when they started doing their test transmission.
Which year was that?
This is 1995. They
Okay.
started test transmitting in April of 1995, and I'd been listening to them. I was totally excited about the new wave, the music, and I thought, oh, this will be fun to do. I'd
At
also
that time, radio wasn't, FM wasn't that popular.
no, but prior to that, KKD had done some stuff on GBC
GBC,
radio,
the
and
only time you hear Shabarines and Michael
exactly,
Jackson.
and that had also caught my attention then.
Mm.
So I was like, oh, this is another one. Let's
Okay.
let's rally around and see how excited this can be. And I just wanted to be part of the new wave. I just wanted to do something because at that time I was at home. The university lecturers were on strike, so I couldn't even
Okay.
go to start uni in the first place. So I thought, let me do something to while away my time. So I said to a friend of mine who had been creating jingles for Joy FM, I said to him, do you know these people? Can you introduce me to them? Because I really want to try. He's like, what do you know? It's like, I don't know nothing, but I want to try. And so when I was brought in here, they asked me what I wanted to do. They asked me for my audition tape. I was like, look, I didn't know what it was about. But I mean, they gave me a chance. They said, okay, we have some newspapers out here. You want to read it? And let's see how well you fare. So I finished reading the newspaper out loud. Not everything, but just a
On
couple
radio?
stories. No, I did that, I mean, in the office.
Okay.
And then, and that was with Kwesi Chum, Fred Chidi, who was in charge of
Oh,
news
Fred
then,
Chidi.
and Tommy Ananforson,
Okay.
and
Hey, big dogs, so. No, be small dogs.
and after I finished reading, they said to me, "All right, come back here tomorrow." So I came back the next day, and then they gave me the news bulletin had been written in pen on A4 sheets,
Mm.
and so they gave it to me, and they said to read it. So I was just sitting in the reception going through it, and then they said to me around 11 o'clock, "You're reading the news at noon."
Hey.
I'm like, "Are you guys serious? Are you guys serious?" And it's like, "Okay, let's do this." So,
Was
at
there
12
was
o'clock,
there an uncle at the time?
yes, Fred Chidi and Isi Ampa were doing the news at that time. And so, yeah, they brought me into the studio at 5 minutes to midday. I sat in
Your
there.
your heart was literally pumping out of your chest.
My heart was out of my chest. But I said to myself, hey, these people are giving me a chance. Let me do my best. So I went out there. I did my best. I read the news. And when I came outside, they were all clapping and they were excited. They
Oh,
like,
were there no
good."
errors?
No errors, no.
Your first attempt. Wow. Okay.
When there's God on your side, you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was what had happened. And that one thing led to the other, and we're here. 25 years of God's blessings, and we are truly grateful.
What was so challenging?
The fact that I was young, yes. The fact that I didn't know anything about radio. The fact that I was the youngest female out here in a male-dominated industry. The fact that it was a new radio station and everybody was looking up to us to perform. Those were the things that were right in front of me, and I was like, well, these are hurdles I need to jump. These are things that I need to, make sure that I'm on top of my game if this is what I really want to do. At that time, I didn't know that was what I really want to do. I was trying my hands on something, but it wasn't as though, but the radio station also stood for excellence, and so if you were actually put on the radio, it means that people were expecting a lot from you. So there was a lot for me to learn in a hurry. And that was pretty much what I did. So I learned a lot in a hurry.
Okay.
Because I realized that, I had to bring my A game on. And then, it was only later that I started talking about it, and then people realized, oh, she didn't even have any radio training when she started, But, I mean, in all, God has been good. I went back to school. I learned on the job and all of that.
So there were refresher courses?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there were a few refresher courses. We had English language training with Mr. Sam Yeboah.
Okay.
Yeah. There were several, little courses that we needed to do. Kweku Sichado came in a little bit after I came, and he also helped us a lot with interviewing skills and all of that. Then I went back to school and I studied for it, and I came back.
You were at Holy Child?
Yes, sixth form.
Sixth form. But from 1 to 5?
I was in St. Rose's.
That be.
It's not that be.
Yeah,
It's that be with swag.
That be. A lot of people see you from afar, and there is that perception. Before I move on, let's get to know you much better. How was childhood like?
Oh, I had a very fun childhood. I have 2 siblings. I have an older sister who's a year and a half older than I am.
Okay.
And I have a younger brother who is 4 years younger than me. So
Okay.
I was right in the middle. I spent a lot of my growing days at school, my grandma's house, my parents. I had a lot of cousins and uncles and aunties. And so I was pretty much, I was very much protected, but at the same time, everybody was trying to teach you to toe the right line. And so, I mean, in as much as I was being protected, I had the chance to learn a lot of things. I mean, when I say a lot of things, it wasn't only book knowledge, but it was more like you had to be street smart as well. And so I was happy to get both sides, Yeah, I mean, I would hang with my cousins and would follow my grandma to the markets at age 6 or 7, They teach you how to carry water. And it's not like my grandmother lived anywhere far away. My grandma lived in Tema.
Okay.
It's just that she lived in Comty 1 and we lived in Comty 11.
Okay.
And Comty 1 is like the center of the action. So, I got the chance to know what the market was like at a very early age. And they would send me and my cousins to go to markets. I love going to the market. And, school, yes. You do extra classes. I had a lot of music around me. I didn't realize then that it would do a lot for my music brain when I grew up. And so I enjoyed all of that. I enjoyed all of that immensely. And I have no regrets,
Your selection on radio, I mean, I listen to you and you have an eclectic. I mean, when you sit on radio, it's just almost everything. It's a salad of things.
Yeah.
Your music background, I mean, it's simply amazing. The way you select your songs, and it's something else. Did you have any musician in the family? Did you want to pursue music?
No. Okay. Music was never anything that I wanted to pursue. I'll tell you one lousy little story. My mom took myself and my sister to go and learn how to play the piano.
Okay.
We went and laughed at the teacher and he sacked us.
Why? What was so funny?
He had a bald head.
So you guys went there.
And he was
teasing-
chubby. And we laugh at Mr. Lakai, and Mr. Lakai didn't take kindly to it. So after like 2 or 3 lessons, like, these two girls, walk out of my class.
Oh, so that was the end.
So that was the end. My next try at music was when I got to secondary school and I
Okay.
actually learned to play the piano properly. But my mother plays the piano and the violin. And
Okay.
so, you know, and quite apart from the fact that my mother is a very music person, my dad likes music. I learned a lot of music from my uncles and my cousins. Like I said earlier, I grew up around my cousins who were in secondary school then when I was growing up. And so they would bring home new music. They would play it. We would play it over and over. I spent a lot of my long vacations with my grandma while my parents went to work. I had 6 uncles on my mother's side. And they were young men, some were working and all of that. And so
Funky,
they
huh?
would play, yeah, they would play a lot of music. And that was where I got my Bob Marley experience from. Because maybe 2 months of the long vacation, all my sister and I would do was to just play Bob Marley LPs. You know how the lyrics was in
Yeah,
the front,
yeah,
in the middle
the
cover?
back.
And so we would sing along. So I knew all the lyrics for the Bob Marley songs. But at that time, I didn't understand what I was singing.
Okay.
I only grew up to understand it. And the music I got from my cousins and on the radio and from my parents were just things that were being played over and over again. I loved the music. I loved to dance. And so it all kind of like, you know, came together without any intention per se. I was just enjoying the music wherever it was coming from, be it my grandma's, my cousins, my parents. I used to listen to any and everything. And I actually also realized that music, it sticks in my head so that I could remember the song even though I didn't know the artist.
Okay.
So it was only after I started working here that I related the names of the artists to the songs.
Okay.
But a lot of songs, I know so much music, it's stuff like I've heard. So the minute I know it, I've heard it. Some of them I know the lyrics to, but I probably didn't know the title
Okay.
or the artist because I listened to so much music growing up. And that's how I get my music.
I see.
So my music brain is actually older than me.
I don't know if you can use the headphone.
Yeah, sure. I'd love
Sure.
to.
Okay, good. So, do you hear yourself? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. I can get you to a very good song, something I'm sure you would like.
Jermaine Stewart.
Yes, because I know you love the song, Pa.
It's a beautiful song.
Yes,
It's a
because
beautiful song.
I loved it because you used to play it a lot, and I mean each time I heard you play it, I was like,
That's
the
Doreen's song.
Yes,
I
yes,
know.
yes.
I have a lot of Doreen songs actually.
Yes.
So many of them.
I know the cool notes is one of them.
Oh yeah.
So radio then and now. I know there has been a big change. Do you think standards have fallen?
Yes, I think standards have fallen. Initially, when radio started, as in private radio started, you would realize that, okay, there were a number of radio stations to start with, but there weren't that many, and everybody wanted to make a mark. And so, you know, I'm sure that people went through training with their staff and all of that. But now, a lot of people have come to the realization that the local language speaking radio station,
Mass market radio.
that could also win them something. And so a lot of people are also trying to combine the English and the local language, which is fine. But we've got to do it right. Because a lot of people think that because they're transmitting in a local language, they can get away with any and everything. But you realize that in as much as you would have drawn out your target audience, there's several people apart from your target audience who are listening. What are you teaching them? Children are listening. People who don't even know the language properly are listening. And so they're probably even learning, but learning the wrong thing. not only people in Ghana are listening now, everybody's on the World Wide Web. And people are, tuning in at any time. And I mean, imagine that you probably live somewhere in Sweden and you have children who don't know Ghana that much. And you're trying to help them learn the local language. And they're like, oh, yeah, this is how, you tune in from maybe your home in Malmo and you get your children listening to the radio and they hear stuff.
Boom.
And they're learning stuff. But apparently they're learning the wrong thing. And then you bring them to Ghana one day and they say something and they disgrace you. How would you feel? And so I think that in as much as we're trying to make our local language a good thing on our radio networks and on our televisions, we should just train people to do the right thing. For me, that's all I'm asking for. And obviously, also when we're doing the English language, we should also train people to speak the language properly because you realize people are using words and I sometimes I sit in my car and I tune in and I try to listen to everybody, but I end up talking to the radio because then because people use words wrongly and they mispronounce them and you're like, but what is this person doing sitting where they're sitting? And people mix up roles and everything. You see people trying to read the news, but they're actually supposed to be gathering the news when they are not supposed to be sitting there and reading the news. So some people are supposed to be reporters and some people are supposed to be newscasters. There's a difference between the two, but people just try to merge it, make sure that all of this is making up for time. They're paying people less and paying some more. And so they're cutting corners and the right thing is not put out there. And I'm sorry, but if in my day, we would listen to the radio to learn a lot of things.
Okay.
A lot of things have changed now because a lot of the young people are on iPads and all of that. So maybe you might not get them listening to radio, but even if they do listen to radio and they are listening to a particular youth station, make sure we're using the right language. It is true that pidgin is part of our language. Broken English is part of our language. Our jargon is good. But let us draw the line. So far as, the fact that I speak English doesn't mean that I don't speak Twi or Ga. Ga was my first language. I learned to speak Ga before I learned to speak English.
Oh, really?
I can speak Pidgin right now. But for what shall it profit a man?
I sit already as a bucket of flowers. Bucket of flowers. That's why it's Mark. Bucket of flowers.
Yeah. So all of these things are there, and so sometimes I get a little bit, angry when things are not going right. But then I say to myself, I can change some, but I can't change everything. But whenever I get the chance to talk about this particular topic, I always say it as like, look, it's beautiful that we use our own language too, but let's use the right language. Even when people speak Ga, I actually sit back sometimes like, but why did the person use that word? Because it
must be said right.
Yeah, there's a proper pronunciation in Ga. So learn the proper pronunciation in Ga. Learn the proper pronunciation in Twi. Learn the proper words in Twi, and let's use them. But let's just not cut corners and think that, yes, because we're using our local language, we can swear, we can use language anyhow, and we can walk away for free. No.
If you are a manager, if you are to be a manager or the owner of a radio station, when someone comes on air to make such mistakes, what would be the right step?
Well,
what you would do?
Yeah, the thing is, before I put that person on the radio, I would train that person.
Okay.
Good. So that if you went on the radio and made the mistake, the first thing I'll do is to bring you back and say, well, listen to yourself.
Okay.
Because there probably would be a recording. And tell me what was wrong with what you just did. And I say, okay, now, if you thought this was wrong, what was the proper thing that you should have done? If you know it, you can tell me. If you don't know it, I'll correct you. And then the next time, we'll do it right and we'll do it better. But other than that, you've also, in all of this, you also have to give people the chance to learn.
Okay.
Of course, they probably went through training, but, it's not everybody who would remember everything at a certain point in time. And so, give people the chance to learn. And if you've taught them over and over and over and they don't want to learn, then you will know that these people are not cut for the job that you have put them into. But I'm sure that by and large, if you, keep reminding them. It's like, okay, whatever show you did, at the end of the day, go back and listen to it. Listen to your flaws. Listen to what you think should have been corrected. Listen to how, you did today and how better you can sound tomorrow. What can you add? What can you take out? That's how we all learn. And if we can do that, I think we can all go a long way and make our radio sound better.
A lot of people see you from afar and they think you sound too perfect when you're on the radio. No, it's true. No, people think you are too perfect for the job. Do you recall your biggest mistake? Some error you made on radio and were like, oh my God, today is this is not so Doreen.
I probably can't remember exactly which ones, but I am sure that I did make some mistakes in my day, and I still do make mistakes. And sometimes, it's also I think it's also part of the art that sometimes you can make a mistake. But there's so many ways that after you've done something for so long, you can think on the spur of the moment and correct it as you go on. And so I definitely will make mistakes because I am human. But maybe in one way or the other, I might have tried to correct it, I didn't try to correct it and I left it at that. But yes, I know I've made some mistakes. Yes, I might not remember exactly which. So maybe somebody's listening and remembers anything, they can just holler and let me know. No, because I'm human. I'm not perfect, and so I'm definitely bound to make mistakes. That's a fact.
When people see you from afar and they think you are too perfect, it prevents a lot of people from getting close, especially men. I'm sure you've had your fair share. And hey, she's too prim and proper. Actually, they see him.
Oh, yeah.
The way she dresses, the way she walks. Hey, listen to her on the radio. I'm sure it may have, it scared some people, no?
Maybe. I mean, I probably dot my I's and cross my T's, but at the end of the day, I'm human. And I say to everybody, I'm like, look, I'm like the girl next door. You don't have to judge a book by its cover. If you probably start talking to me, you realize that, the girl, she's so cool. I mean, you probably won't think that certain words will come out of my mouth, but they do. You probably would think that I can speak pidgin, but I can speak pidgin very well. I can write it too. And so I'm just a normal chick. And I won't make any excuses for my madness. I have it too.
Okay, so when the guys approach you, okay, back. Not now.
Oh, if you say I'm younger, I mean, do I look 73?
The other.
Look, I know some funky 73-year-olds, so don't even do like that.
You remember what Achami Kwame said the other day? He said, look, you see this woman right here, when we were young, she was old. Now, as we getting old, she's getting younger. Yes, how does it work? No, I'm asking this because you may have had some time where guys would want to approach you. I mean, after secondary school, that's some chick I want to run. You see that thing, so, So, how was the feeling when they were approaching you? Were they scared?
Oh, well, and I don't mean this in a bad way. A lot of men could be intimidated by somebody who is, running her life and, trying to do things on her own and working hard and getting up there. So, the intimidation is there initially, but those who dare will come up to you and talk to you. And like I say, it goes back to the fact that they realize, you know what? She wasn't as uppity as I thought she was. She can reason with me. I can talk to her. I won't look down on you, or I won't say bug off, buzz off, or something like that. I will talk to you, listen to whatever you have to say. And, I don't have any problem.
Who's your ideal guy?
That's a big question. Did you actually ask me that?
Yes, I just did.
Well, the truth of the matter is I will answer you the same way that I'll answer everybody. I'm not God. I wish that I could create that ideal man, but I can't. And so I leave it to God to do the work for me.
No, but I'm very sure there are certain qualities you look up to. Now, when someone approaches you, I mean, I know a lady who told me that, look, Andy, even your first approach puts me off. Like, excuse me, this is not the guy. Sometimes they have a very clever way of doing
that
it.
also happens. But you see, it's a combination of a lot of things. And like I said, you can't sit back and create that and put it in one man and say, if this man came to me and he had all these qualities, I accept him. Sometimes you also have to approach the table with common sense to say, okay, this guy sounds like a reasonable guy. And, if X and Y or Z were the things that I was looking out for him, he probably might not have all of them. But, we can roll. You understand? And so sometimes it's not like you have to fish out any and everything and say that, the guy has to tick all the boxes before I can go out with him. I mean, it's not fair on you as a human being, because you can't create that person, but you have to accept the person for who they are, get to know them, and sometimes really they can give you the benefit of the doubt. They probably will show you characters and traits that you didn't realize was there because you are just meeting the person for the first time. You can't draw your analysis based on that. No.
What attracted you to your first boyfriend?
I wouldn't probably leave it to him alone, but for me, I like people who are smart,
Okay.
who are witty, humorous, and hardworking. If I find those three things on the surface, I would listen to you for I listen to you again, or so I look out for stuff like that. I mean, if I can have if I say I can have a very intelligent conversation with somebody, I don't mean trying to talk about politics or the square root of 58 and a half.
Pie chart.
No, I don't mean that. I just mean that we can talk about every topic pretty easily. And if you knew about it, you can bring it up. And if you don't know about it, I'm not going to mark you. I'm not a school teacher. But, I like intelligent conversation. I don't talk about people. I talk about things. I talk about places. I talk about situations. And so I'd rather go to a conversation like that rather than go to a conversation and now just get you or shake that kind of nonsense. It doesn't just spin my brain, So yes, I will look out for open-minded, smart, and witty.
Did you ever get proposals from industry people? Or ever date any industry person?
No.
Were they scared?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
The queen, that tag, Queen of the Airwaves. How did it start?
Oh, it was actually on one occasion where a women's organization came by on International Women's Day, and they came to do a little presentation to me, and they had like a citation written out and everything, and that was, in the citation, it had Queen of the Airwaves in there, and that was how it came about. Yes.
Okay.
And so, people also caught on to it, and it's come to stay.
Do you feel that some sort of envy within the industry, especially within the females? I mean, I've heard some people mention your name without the tag. Oh, and it's like a mouthful. Doreen Andoh. I mean, you can feel that she's trying to mention Queen of the Airwaves, something written for her. And coming on the program, Doreen Andoh. You feel like she was about to mention it. And it's like there's some halt. There's something pausing there. Queen, Doreen Andoh. Hello. Mention that thing here, let's go.
Well, I'm hearing this from you for the first time.
Okay.
But I won't put it beyond anybody, because I would like to think that not everybody likes me. And so, if there's envy, well, there should be envy, because Unfortunately, where there are people, there's jealousy and there's envy, and I would not put it between, I wouldn't say amongst women only, it exists between men as well. And so if there's envy, there should be envy. That is on them. I don't envy anybody. I just toe my line. I just do what I gotta do, you know.
And go your way. You're very fine looking, but we didn't see you on television.
Well, I did some television in in the years past, but it's interesting that you say it because I question myself too. You know,
Really?
that,
Really?
do I look that bad? But yeah, I mean the thing is, I have put in several proposals to say, look, this is my little pilot. Can you look at it and see if we can get some sponsorship and do it? But nobody bothers about it. I'm like, So I look at myself again in the mirror. I'm like, maybe I'm not good enough for the screen, or I'm not bright enough, or I don't know. Maybe they probably don't want me on their TV screen, but I don't own a TV station, so sometimes I can't answer those questions. But
we have Joy TV, Joy Prime.
yes, I have taken my proposals to them too. They have it too. Yeah. I mean, I've always said this, and I will say it as even say it here and now. There was a TV show they wanted me to do, and we talked about it. We started to brainstorm and everything, and then I didn't hear from them again. Then one day at a 90s jam, another female comes to me. It's like, "Oh, Doreen, I've been looking for you." I'm like, "Oh, really? What happened?" It's like, "Oh, I need you to be on my show." I was like, "What show is it?" And all she says is the name of the show that we had been working on. I'm like, "Oh, really?" Then I'm like,
So there's a new host.
yeah. So I didn't even know that had happened. So I was like, "Oh, really? Is that it?" I says, "Okay, I'll get back to you." And that was it. And I'm like, "Okay, that is interesting." But yes, it has happened right in front of my before, like the Nigerians will say. And yeah, so yeah, you question yourself a lot and you say, well, at the end of the day, you probably would create something. If somebody else will buy it, fine. If these people will buy it, fine. But if they don't, I'll take my business elsewhere.
Wow. Well, let's get to some few tweets. Yao_African says, one most inspirational and encouraging show today. Sometimes some of our comments are harsh because of most of the people that come on radio who's supposed to enlighten us are the ones misleading us by their wrong words used and then find ways to defend it. Kwaku101 says, I used to get confused when listening to either Doreen or Jessica at City FM. They sound similar. I am Yao Grace says, Andy, please ask Doreen, 1, what has been a motivation for coming this far? Number 2, growing up, was there another career she wanted to pursue aside broadcasting? I would want us to hold on to it.
Okay. What was the motivation? I've always, like I said, I came in here as a novice. I didn't know anything. And so I've always wanted to prove myself because in my next sentence, I will answer her next question.
Right.
At the time when I came in, like I said, the university lecturers were on strike. I was going to go to university to study pharmacy.
Oh,
because
really?
I had just done World War II. I'd written my exams again.
Okay.
And so when I started doing radio and I thought it was interesting and all of that, I made a decision to switch. So I was like, okay, I can quit pharmacy and do public relations and journalism and still work. And so that was what I did. And so in as much as I had made a decision to make that switch, I had to tell myself that I had to prove a point.
Okay.
That I could still do this and be good at it. And so I had to work hard and make sure that I stood for something. And so I guess that I have answered her question in one blow.
Original Slice says, aside the written form of learning, I realized a lot of great journalists we've had got practical education. They learned on the job and it made them so good. They earned their place on air. I hope opportunities like that is still open because I'm coming.
Yeah, the world is waiting for you.
Yes.
Come along.
Well, last he says, I feel like I'm a lecturer right now. Until Doreen Andoh, 1 in a million, Queen of the Airwaves, and Pa. Okay.
Don't skip anything. Also.
No, I
They'll
won't.
say that
I
it was
won't.
one-sided.
No, I won't. The Brown GA says, wow, the woman be guy, wow, perfect interview. She know the rush cry. Yagre says, I am really enjoying the interview with Doreen Andoh. Just a few minutes into the interview and I'm learning so much. Oji Wangana says, Andy, multimedia, dear fine ladies in Kwa, Miss G, Doreen Avio, Doreen Andoh, Noella Saminiwa, Mavi, Mama Zimbi, and Almighty King Kadi New, and so on. Since she says she can dance, let her show us something small with Putu.
Putu me wild track. Putu me wild track. Putu me nice track. Putu is nice.
Yeah.
Putu is nice.
You like it, huh?
Oh, yeah, I like it. I mean, at the end of the day, I was saying to somebody, I was like, look, Michael Jackson did it. We didn't find any problem with it. We enjoyed Mama Say, Mama Sa, Mama Kunsa, and we put all the lyrics inside of it.
Right.
We can check Putu and put our own lyrics and sing it, and it's still fun. So, yeah, sometimes, it's important that, people did make music like that. If you listen to El Jarreau, you would get a lot of mouth sounds. If you listen to Richard Bona, he does a lot of mouth sounds in his song. Yeah, he does a lot of mouth sounds with his song Ghana Blues. He doesn't even understand the word.
I remember that song.
He said to me one day in an interview, he said he got the sounds from music that he heard when the fishermen will come back from fishing and draw their nets. That's how he got the sound.
Okay.
And so he didn't understand it, but they were Ghanaian fishermen living on the coast where he lived. And so that's where he got the sound. And he used that to do his music because he knew the sound, but he didn't know what he was singing.
Okay.
And so, yeah, a lot of musicians do it. So, this is not like a new thing that Stonebwoy has done and everybody's on his case like, they're giving him a hard time.
What's your thoughts about our music in general? A lot of people think that the Nigerians have surpassed us and that we are still lurking behind. Do you have the same perception?
Not really. You see, the Nigerians have done something that we have not done. The Nigerians go back, take our music, and when I say our music, they go to our old music, pick the beat, in as much as they don't know the lyrics, they pick the beat and they redo it, or they pick parts of the different beats from different songs from back in the day because they have done that, and that has sounded so good that we have accepted them easily. But that all that music belongs to us. We just have to go back, pick our own music, and do exactly what they have done to our music just to make our music better.
Okay.
It's really simple, but a lot of people just think that they can go to the studio and get the producer or the engineer to create the beat and they're going. But sometimes when you go back and do a little work, it helps your music because then your sound quality becomes better. Not only your writing, but your sound quality as well.
Right, I see. Hitz 103.9 FM. In case you just tuned in, you're listening to Showbiz Review. I'm speaking with the adorable Doreen Andoh. Well, Bright Womavo says, Brandy, please ask her this for me. Is she married? If not, I'm ready. Okay, will you answer that?
I'm not married yet.
He says he's ready.
Oh,
Well,
me a day they watch out.
I see Graham Hansa said beautiful woman. Margaret Amakwata said that lady. Emmanuel Yabo Bobby said great personality. God bless you, Doreen. Yawa Samoa says good interview. I'm loving it already. This lady is not growing old. Nana Adechi says watching live from Alajo, Accra, Ghana. Greetings. I'm enjoying the interview. Fifi from Tachi says hi, Auntie Doreen, forever young. Yawa Jade said the queen herself. I love her, Basa. Pretty boy Samuel said her fluency beyond awesome. Atakwesi Godwin says, wow, she's so cool, calm, and she talks like an FBI agent.
Oh, I'm not investigating anybody. I beg you.
Perfect. I love her personality. I beg, make her do pigeon small. God bless you, man. Hey,
Oh, you want pigeon?
people don't know, say this one be gangster, eh?
Yo, me I be street smart.
They don't know.
Yo,
They don't know.
we'll give them a few pigeon lines.
Yeah. Okay. Born Music says Queen of Hearts. Salome Opon says beautiful. Andy, please tell Doreen Andoh I admire her naturally so much from a regular listener, Jem. Good morning.
Yeah, Jem listens to us.
Oh, really? Okay.
What's up, Jem?
Good morning, Andy. Doreen go kill us plus English. Almost see English. Chai. Ernest from Tema. Okay. All right. So Those are some of your comments. Please keep them coming, and I'll be reading them. Please hold on tight. We'll be right back. When we return, we'll get deeper into the conversation. Please stay with us. I'm speaking with the Queen of the Airwaves, Doreen Andoh.
Every day, thousands of women and children all over Ghana need blood transfusion to live again, and you can do something to help.
Hello, my name is Nanama McBrown. My message is you don't have to know someone before you can be a blessing to them. You can safely give blood 2 or 3 times a year and continue living a healthy and normal life. Some have given 60, 70, 80 and still counting. You can do the same. So I encourage you to give blood on a regular basis to make the world a happier place for us all to live. Thank you.
Contact the National Blood Service on 0277 501 010 for further inquiries. Safe blood saves lives.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, don't worry, Grandpa. There are still 5 ripe and 15 unripe mangoes on the tree.
That's my boy.
Grandpa, it's still 1.2 kilograms of rice in the container.
My boy. And how much credit did I spend last week?
Well, you spent 5 CDs on calls, 2 megabytes on data, and you sent 5 SMSs.
We are the first network that tells you exactly what you have spent and when you spent it. Dial *545# to access your statement on MTN. We day for you everywhere you go.
Once again, students and parents, the time to vote for your favorite essay and students in the Joy Learning Essay Club on Facebook is here. And as always, you're part of the process. Select our ultimate winners for the month of June 2020. And whoosh, it is getting interesting as always. Out of over 400 entries, the examiners have selected 10 essays. Now, it's time for you, to help us select the ultimate winners of both the JHS and SHS categories. For the JHS category, we have Sarah Wemoye Ajawose from Ford School Limited, Prince Salom Segbaji from Gameli Junior High School, Evans Achana from Ejeso MA Model, Edu Ejekumwa Patricia from Oda Wesley Methodist JHS, and Nathan Dogre from University of Mines and Technology Basic School. And the SHS category, we have Safo Brago Achedie Jochibet from Kumasi Wesley Girls High School, Wahen Rejoice Chiwa from Amenyampon Senior High School, and Nam Laura Dande from Mauli Senior High School, Ofori Deborah Daniel from Oda Senior High School, and Fidelia Amponsa Ajiman from St. Louis Senior High School.
We once again acknowledge all of you who took part in our June 2020 Essay Club contest and wish you better luck next time. Let's start voting for our friends and awards to become the ultimate winners of the month of June 2020. To be able to vote, follow us on Facebook at Joy Learning TV. Read the final 10 essays on our social media handles and vote for the best essays. Joy Learning. Keep learning.
What's up, Queen D? What are you up to?
Getting ready to join you to drive the capital home, but at the moment I'm eating chicken.
Chicken? You mean?
Yes, sweet chicken. Oh.
Well, in that case, what about doing songs about chicken today?
Yay! Oh wow, I can't wait. That is going to be super coupled with you. Say waiting with the dawn. What's up in town with Gizo? Cruise control is just lit. Wait, how did I forget about the magic moment which goes like?
And now.
Hello, Mercury Quay and Doreen. It's my first time sending a voice note, and I must admit I really love this show. Please play La Mrs. First Food for me. Thank you.
Cruise Control, Monday to Friday, 4 p.m. till 7 p.m. Only on Hitz 103.9 FM.
The big laughs. The morning entertainment. Break your day right. The Daybreak Hitz. 103.9.
Welcome back here on Hitz 103.9 FM. This review probably brought to you by Vodafone. Vodafone says just dial *700# and you're good to go. All you need to do, *700#. Just punch in that and you get too much more. Too much. And so whether you're talking or you're texting, well, you'll be in good luck. Whether you're taking an exciting masterclass or binge watching Netflix series or bringing the party to Zoom, you now get too much data for the day and too much bonus from midnight till 4 a.m. Dial star 700 hash to get more gigabytes and more and more and more. Now, Dahlia Beauty and Pharma says with just 200 Ghana cedis, you can become a dealer in their range of products. They deal in French perfumes, body splashes, makeup palettes, lipsticks, pencils, body lotions, and more. The exciting news is that they give out banners and free t-shirts to their cherished wholesalers. You can find them in Accra at St. John's behind Achimota Mall, in Tema Community 1, 2 buildings after Danny's Bridal. Call them on 0548005570. Tri-State Roofing Company Limited is your first choice when choosing quality and affordable color roofing sheets for your building. They have in stock standard sheets and long span roofing sheets, which include circular wave, self-lock, tiles, IDT, IBR, transparent fiber sheets, and more. Call Tri-State Roofing Company Limited on 0302-850-802 or 0303-967-400. Hey, installation is free. Franco Trading Enterprise says beware of some unscrupulous persons who are using their Facebook account to defraud the innocent citizens on Facebook. For their online transactions, please use the official or authentic Franco Trading Facebook account, which has over 100,000 likes. Or check them out on their website, www.francotrading.com. Please call them on 0246-422-338 or 0546-133-188. 0546-133-188. And that's music of Ochame Kwame from the album Made in Ghana. I'm in the studio with the queen, Doreen Andoh. Doreen?
Yes, what's up?
Yes. So, what's your favorite song?
Yeah, you
Ooh,
that's a big question. I have too many favorite songs. Too many. I can't even pick one. No, that would definitely be a big crime. I can't pick one.
Or don't you want to be bashed by the fans?
Oh, it's not a case of fans, but I love I love a lot of music from Ghana. I love what the young people have done with Ghanaian music now and how far it's come. I'm really, really proud of what our music has become now, and I know that we can even do better. So really, I won't pick one. I just love each and every one of them.
Are you a rap or dancehall fan? High life?
I'm a high life person. I'm not big on hip hop.
Okay.
No, but I like some dancehall. I like a lot of high life, R&B, etc. But I'm not big on dancehall. I mean, rap.
If you had to feature any artist on a song, who would you pick?
Like I said, any of the artists, man. I like all of them. It'd be very difficult to pick. I like all of them.
Okay, well, there are. Let me get on to more comments. Kulima Chant, this is your name, on Twitter. It says, please ask her to choose one. A friend who saved her life. 2, radio. And, okay, so 1, a friend who saved her life, and 2, radio. It says choose one.
I don't understand what you mean.
She's asking. Andy, please ask her to choose one. I mean, between a friend who saved your life and radio.
Yeah, that's like apples and oranges. It's very difficult to choose. I mean, it would depend on how the person saved your life. You could have been just falling into a gutter and the person just held your hand, and it could have been, the person actually drew you back from a car that was about to hit you. So they're saving your life, no. Question mark D-body. So really, and radio, it's really apples and bananas. She could rewrite it, and then maybe we can make a choice.
Guess who just came in with this question? Ochame Kwame.
Oh, Ochame, what's up with you? Good morning.
It says, Andy, please, I just played Kwame's song.
Yes, that was what you just played.
Yeah, it said, please ask Doreen why, Andy, please ask Doreen, why doesn't she start a small school to teach young ladies grace and poise? She has too much of it.
Grace and poise, yes. I haven't thought about teaching it. I was thinking I was working on a TV show that was supposed to do that. And that was the example I gave you earlier, that I gave my pilot to TV station and nobody bothered about it. I'm like, okay, well, nobody wants me to teach it. But yes, it's something that I would like to do. So yes, I could do it. It's a good idea. Thank you for sharing it.
Original Slice says, Sandy, please ask Mama Doreen if she will mentor me as a young folk who wants to do radio, because I'm hungry for it and I'll be grateful.
I'm ready like Freddie. Just bring it on.
Okay. Well, last he says, what was the highest poaching fee ever in the business? Andy, what if a TV station comes right now, which is not part of multimedia, that they want her? Will she go?
Well, the thing is, I can produce stuff and put it on the TV show. So it's not a case of going, but I would definitely love to produce stuff. And if the TV station would take it, why not? I mean, like I said, I've gone around with my work for a while and nobody's bothering about me. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe they don't think I'm fit for their TV. So if somebody else shows up, why not?
I know that creativity, yes, you're a creative person. Haven't we seen almost everything on TV? If you agree, what different would you produce?
I have done stuff, pilots that are totally different from what's showing on TV.
Oh, wow.
I watch TV a lot. I sit down and change my channel. I know what everybody is doing at what time of day, and you realize that a lot of people are just doing the same things. They're brilliant ideas, but out here, some people will say it will cost you, so much to put this production on TV, and some people just don't probably understand a certain concept and are not ready for change and are not ready to do more exciting things, and so they will draw you back. But there's so much that we haven't done. I think that we have also, given too much space to all these telenovelas, and so we've also probably killed our local people and their productions, because our local people are talented and can put some very amazing things that we all can learn from on TV. But, so I think we should also, simmer down on our telenovelas a little bit and give our local productions a chance.
Speaking of local, do you spend time in the kitchen?
Oh, yeah, I cook. My house, if I don't cook, who will cook for me? Yes, I do cook.
Really?
Yes.
Your favorite?
To cook? Groundnut soup. Or okra stew.
And to eat?
I like both. And I like me some tuzafi, man, even though I can't cook it.
Hey, really?
Yes, I love it.
But you've never mentioned it to me. We've always been at that joint.
Yeah.
To eat our fufu.
No. Speak the truth. It wasn't fufu that we ate. We had cocotte and groundnut soup.
Well, it was a fufu joint anyway.
Well, me, I've spoken the truth. It was cocotte and groundnut soup. Speak the truth, and nobody will kill you.
Okay. Akeli Polipo says, Doreen Andoh is the mercy of multimedia. 25 years and still with them. God bless you.
Thank you.
Dada Adechi says, I'm enjoying the interview, pa. She's right about Stoneboy song, but my problem is the upcoming don't get this kind of support. He is white, says, please, yo, Andy Dusty, Bizam say.
Bizam say. And they keep biz me say.
Bizam say. Since I was 10 years, I've been crashing on her. Now I'm 20. She's my sugar mommy. But she's not giving you the chance yet. So.
Make it tell you I'm say. That be what happened.
Richard Cranchang said, please ask Doreen about her favorite Ghanaian. Well, she just answered that she loves everyone. So Hazard Jr. says, good morning, boss Andy. Her voice alone cry. Let me feel her more. Bless her queen. Mama Joy says, Andy, Madame is one of the few I admire from afar. Trust me, sophisticated ladies are my ish. I try to learn from everyone I cross paths with. You'll be surprised I learned how to mention time on air from you. Please ask her a no question for a presenter. I don't understand. Or do you?
No, if she could repeat her question.
Mama Joy, yes, because I'm not too clear with your question, please.
Okay.
No question for a presenter, and I have it.
You have it there.
Yes. Bring your no question on. If it's
like,
no,
if you make a bingo.
None of all
so if you like Hagla way they sit there way
the fire the questions.
Hagla, you know, say me and you day here all the time. I feel power on you.
All right, Charlie, good morning.
Good
morning. Listeners, morning. This question, I don't know. I've heard, back in the day, we used to all admire you, and you were very difficult to approach.
Mm-hmm.
It was like Doreen was in her own world. Didn't want anybody close. I don't know, but you chose your people. You handpicked your friends, so to speak. That was the impression we at the time got. So, and there was this rumor also that if we were not light-skinned, you would not make it to that list. So some of we dark-skinned guys had to pull back. I don't know whether you want to respond to this, or if you've heard about it yourself.
You are telling me, and you are not dark-skinned, you are not light-skinned, but we're still buddies, and so that one, dear, we like saying you get the answer past me.
No, the time we can make buddies, the time I did talk, I tried to get close to you, and you were not that receptive. That was when I was in Choice FM. That was quite a while ago.
Okay.
So I'm talking from experience, actually. I'm not just talking out of the vacuum.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe that's why I thought that maybe because I didn't belong to Joy FM at the time or something.
But you still not belonging to Joy FM, and we're still buddies.
Yes, but now it's multimedia, so Doreen is swerving the question.
No, I'm not swerving. I'm just trying to make a point that, I'm only throwing it back at you because that's what you think it's public opinion.
Yeah.
But if you put yourself aside and it's not public opinion, what do you see that I do?
Oh, now, of course, when people grow, they sometimes change attitude, sometimes change mindset, etc. You are now more receptive. I don't know. I said, Doreen is now approachable. Somebody said, yeah, it's true. She smiles now.
But at first, I didn't used to smile.
She smiled to a few people, those who she wanted to smile to. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe this is something different.
I don't know where it's coming from, but you know me, in as much as I can be very easy with everybody.
I am relating to things past.
Yeah,
now,
let me probably just let you understand who I am. I'm a no-nonsense person. I could be very friendly, but when I see, and I'm very observant too, I would look at the way you relate to people.
Okay.
And if I'm like, look, I don't want that same situation to come to me, I draw my line and I build my box.
Okay.
Because I know myself. If I jump that line with you, I'm probably going to tell you something that you don't want to hear. So let me not jump the line, but stay away. So I am totally no nonsense, and you probably don't know that side of me. But I won't take crap from anybody.
Okay.
So if I realize that I don't want to spew crap, and I don't want for you to spew your crap on me, it's just human nature. I stay away, because I don't want anybody's problem. I don't want it my problem. I do what I need to do. I walk. I don't have a problem with anybody. If we're friends and we're cool, I can't be cool. I'm cool with all the people on the street. When I walk on the street, they ask me why I don't stand for election. But I'm like, the street belongs to my father.
They give you fans, eh?
Yes. I said the street belongs to my father. Why should I stand for election? As far as I can own a street, I ain't got no problem.
Now, Gerard from Ghana Gas says, Auntie Doreen is simply sapiosexual. She's sweet, sexy, sassy, smart, simple, and smiley. Such a special soul. Oh, hail the queen of the airwaves. Good morning, Andy. Thank you very much, Gerard. Gerard, bring me my money.
Hey,
yes.
Money, I feel money, I bet.
Yeah. Jack, I'm enjoying the show from the Bronx, New York. Hope so, but please, I need to speak to you. Kindly call back. Okay. Your brother back up. Come and let go Chofufu at Irvington, New Jersey. Jack, please ask her so when you're broken heart before. Hey, Doreen.
Pardon?
Did you get the message?
Yeah.
No, please repeat.
Okay.
Have you been broken-hearted before?
Yes.
I'm human, Charlie. Whatever.
Hey, now the person be hard guy.
Who's that fool?
The person be hard guy.
No, it's not a case of who is that fool. Who are those fools?
You've enjoyed broken hearts.
Oh, but I'm human, I'm female. And so, people will walk over you. People will tell you stuff that you don't want to hear. But that is life.
Why didn't your no-nonsense side come out then? Or because you love them, you decided to just let them go escape?
It's not a case of no nonsense. But sometimes when, I see it as it's a relationship. If the person doesn't want to be with you
any longer,
you can't insult the person, and you can't. I mean, it's a total no. Don't even do it. Just walk away. Let them walk away. Live. It
was like you mentioned that they walk over you and like they wanna. That's why I was wondering like. Don't allow any guy to walk over you. If you're a lady out there listening to us right now, that's what Doreen is trying to say. If there's a relationship and you see it's not getting anywhere, advise yourself.
Yeah. I mean,
what else? A woman was 10 years with one guy, eventually she'll marry you.
And you'll still be there.
And you'll still be there. I mean,
hello.
But
what she's saying is absolutely right.
Yeah, but what was the experience? Okay, what did you do to merit it?
It's not a case of what I did. It was what he wanted. I mean, if he didn't want to be in a relationship with me, what should I do? I can't do anything.
He be hard guy.
No, it is not a case of he be hard guy.
Was it that he couldn't handle your fame at the time?
It is not a case of my fame per se, but if I wasn't the kind of person that he wanted to be with, I mean, I can't change that.
Some partners are a bit competitive. I don't know whether you know.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes, which shouldn't be. Yeah, and when they notice that you're overshadowing them, then they start pulling away. And for me, that's not love. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
it happens to a lot of people.
Yeah, it does happen, and
that's why I was asking about whether maybe he couldn't handle the fame. Maybe you go out together, Doreen.
Oh, it didn't have anything to do with fame.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely nothing to do with fame.
Okay. No. Because I'm wondering what about you that will make that guy wanna backslide.
Oh well.
I'm still wondering.
Myself. Because I've been looking at her.
You see, I wondered too, but now I've moved on so much so that I don't even wonder anymore. So it happens. We're all human, and it would definitely happen. So it's okay. It's okay.
So when you look back and you see them,
are
they happy?
Are you in my head?
Well, maybe they are not happy, but they will show it.
Because this is a Queen D maintain.
Yeah, they are not happy, but they will show it. They'll be like, oh, hello, how are you? Meanwhile,
because Charlie, guys, there are a lot of decisions that we've taken that we've regretted, but Charlie, it's difficult to go back. And you know what I mean.
Well, did he try coming back?
No.
Or
maybe she shut the doors completely and put a padlock on.
Well, it could be.
Hey, I mean, like I said, I probably didn't come here this morning to come and analyze that particular situation. I have moved on. I don't even think about it. It's not my cup of tea.
You just mentioned Ubiautu Anaju, and that brings me to religion. Are you a religious person?
Yes.
Christian?
Yes.
How often do you go to church?
Once a week. Before COVID-19 hit us.
I see. What church?
I'm Catholic, so I go to Mary Mother of Good Counsel Church.
Oh, I see. Okay, let's continue. Messages keep coming in. Ekia and Acacius, well, this is from Instagram. It says, when did you start radio? I think we've discussed that already. Dankwa Brown says, super Andy. Ajami Miss, I'm enjoying the conversation. Real Grace says, wow, can't wait. She really inspires me, and I love her. She's the queen of English. My question is, what motivated her to come this far? As the Jenny girl says, wow. And the rest are fires and clap. Well, she's asking what motivated you to
I think
come
I
this
answered that. I think I answered that.
Kwasi, as usual, you are late today.
Yeah, of course, people.
No wonder Messi does not want to leave Barcelona. She should preach on. Let the ladies out there thinking that they're the most perfect being on earth listen. This is a perfect woman from Mr. Robert. And please, good morning. Ask my mentor to mention the best 5 musicians in Ghana. I do love her voice so much. From Kwasi Darlington inside down someone. On top of your head, 5 musicians in Ghana.
Hey, that'd be hard though. Because the girls did there, they are more than 5. The men too did there, they are more than 5. Combined two, they be like 20. Actually.
So you can mention like 5.
I won't put one past the other because sometimes one's talent makes up for the other.
Trouble.
Why are you guys speaking against single men? The conversation I'm not very comfortable.
You know
what?
Talking as if we're the single men. We walk over the women.
You know what? I can give you a seat.
Yes, I want to sit by you.
Okay. Yes, your girlfriend.
Look, I wanted to marry you.
Yes. It's Tuesday.
Oh, people got issues. Okay.
But then there.
Okay, Patrick, come to me. Sisu, today.
Franklin Wonder, not to say the lady that speaks English exquisitely, the voice alone, queenly. Blessed Isaac says, well, I love her confidence. Blessed God says, beautiful lady. Abrantic Jonas, thank you, Doreen. I hope Ola is listening and learning. Nana Siedu says, she's so lovely. Sadat Grace says, I love her. Nana Siedu Jack, I'm watching you from the Bronx.
Oh, wow.
Asnaba Penimba PSS said, 2 legends, Radio Mutiti Atimpomienu. Hey. Kwesi Nyan Eson Mensa says, why get here? Francis Kwao John Nubua says, but we learned recently that she went to deliver her baby abroad. If not married, then how true was that? Oh boy Jay says, I love this woman, Doreen Andoh, the voice alone. Oh gosh, and please send me a digit why I want to call her. Ataigo says, I liked her the very first time I saw her, even before listening to her. Good morning, the Dawn. Doreen is an amazing radio presenter. I admire her voice and love listening to her shows. I want to say hi to Roy Edem Clover from Della House. Shaggy Joseph, love Andy. You do all. I love you so much. Thank you. Bobby Drummond says, I heard everything, honey. You ain't married. I ain't dating either. This is your honey there. Don't want to say what the voice. It's a film have good things. Why? Nana Benyi and Tua Mensa says, great woman by all standards. Fantini Bessia. Are you a Fanti? Doreen, are you a Fanti?
Yes, I'm half Fanti, half Ga.
Oh. Good morning, Brandy. I'm listening to you and Queen Doreen right now, and I must say I've just been encouraged. I mean, rejuvenated. I used to listen to Queen Doreen some time ago, and I must say she's one of the people who made me love radio. Her voice, delivery style, and all. I have gotten into radio now, but to get a station has been a problem. But hey, thanks to the Queen, I fell in love with radio because of her and yourself, Andy, and some other good ones. Kush Eye. Hey, what is your name? Better know your radio. Kush Eye, say. 80 round also, she's the queen of the airways. I salute her. And unless you do that, can you please ask her so when you're broken hard before?
Oh, but we answered that question.
Yeah, no, this one is different. Rakwame Brandy, Doreen has turned me up this morning. You turn up, eh? Daniel Kofi says, hey, the dawn in head to the dawn in head to here top the shine wa.
It's not about my head, though. Please leave me alone.
Oh, but today head they top.
You say they shine, John. If they lighting,
the
light be too strong.
Right. So before I let them come in, someone asked a question, and I wanted to get there about your kids. The what, twins?
Okay, how many times do you want to repeat that one? You
Oh,
know
but
that
we've
one
not
already.
discussed it. No. Oh,
But
someone
I
just asked.
didn't think that it was for discussion here.
Oh, but someone just asked.
Yes, they are twins.
Female?
One boy, one girl.
Wow.
You know God blesses in an amazing way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
The boy is mine.
The boy is
That sounds like Brandy.
Yeah, Brandy and Monica. Oh, congratulations. Kwesi, please come in. Please be brief.
Hey, very, very.
What do I do 7 minutes?
Yeah.
Never again will you allow that.
You know, Andy.
This is your cynical laughter there.
Talking about Doreen is a bit difficult.
Because,
there are some individuals when it's easy to plug into their personal life here and there and all that kind of things. But when an individual is able to, catch a particular niche for herself, it's sometimes difficult to plug in certain unnecessary kind of things and all that. But one thing that I like about Doreen has to do is the fact that, most of our people, when they build brand to a certain level, they try to kind of belittle people who comes close to them. I don't know how Doreen does it. For all years, anytime she sees you, if she knows you, she will smile towards you. And that thing about her, that warm kind of thing, that motherly affection that she gives to individuals and people that come close to her. I just want to understand how she's able to do that. Because like 10 years, she will remember you and mention your name. I don't know. What does he use to do? I mean, be able to capture persons and individuals, and how is she able to balance feelings towards individuals and all that? For me, it's exciting. And if she can really speak on that, I mean, for people out there, for our female presenters and individuals who, for today, are having something, it's something that for them to learn. That no matter how prestigious you become in life, it doesn't give you that room to belittle people or look down upon people as if that you are the only like the topmost, that you should be worshipped like, like River Jordan. I don't know. It's amazing.
Until Doreen, the ball is in your backyard.
Until now, it was Doreen. Until no kafa anyway. Anyways, one thing I learned initially when I started this job was that don't let fame get to your head. It was the first lesson I learned, and along the way I realized that I'd seen people get fame to their head and where it took them, and so I learned from there. And I said, you know what, I am who I am. Whatever I do shouldn't change the person that I am. I like people, and my brain gets excited when I see somebody and I know the person and I probably remember the person's name and I see the person again. Be like, Kojo, do you remember we met at such and such a place? And that's how I am. That's how I like to relate to people. I love people. I've always been a people person. And so it's very difficult for me to see you and pretend that I don't know you or I haven't seen you before. Even if I'd seen you before and I didn't know your name, I will still say hello and say, your name is, or where did we meet or something. But I've always been a people person. And so what I do as a job doesn't take away from the fact that that is who I am. And so I relate to people that way because I like people. Mm-hmm. No matter who you are and where you stand, you never know who would help you. You never know when you can help somebody. And we're all human. We were all created by one God. So why should you draw lines and, say you want to like this person and you don't like this person? And I mean, hey, it's a simple world. You live every day, you die once. So live every day. Be happy every day when you see people. Why be uptight about it?
Mark?
What's so nano no bye?
Yeah, your girlfriend is here.
Oh, sweetheart.
You don't say they can't fire.
Oh, mommy rapping the kacha. Oh, do you? Woo.
Be bought by do you?
It's looking good. It's looking good.
Oh, but you
the day I started
I'll tell you the truth even before Mark says anything. When I started.
But why are you heckling the man?
No, I'm not heckling him. Like they say, the drummers are coming to your house. You're going to the door to meet them. I mean, Mark and Cox and Gabby were my buddies when I started out here. Okay. These are people I hanged out with. They're my brothers. I sit there, I talk to them, I eat with them.
Who said I was interested in brotherhood?
Now, sometimes no one kind.
What the heckling was? How the heckling was coming?
Sometimes no one kind. Someone can.
That time I did things that you were supposed to see.
I was blind.
But now you see. That time Mark was Anukwadro.
No, the Mark that I know will not.
Mark has
Mr. B.O.P. Mr.
No.
Now,
Not
said the
Mark.
blind man.
No,
Marino.
No, Mark is a practitioner. I mean, he goes direct.
We all the 3 or 4 of us, it was only Gabajete who had a car.
Oh, okay.
All Green Datsun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
1995. I used to sleep here. So one morning I woke up. Today where is that room today?
Is.
No, today where Joy FM is.
No, where did you used to sleep?
That's my bedroom. Where Joy FM is now. Yes, and then I saw you at the reception because when I opened the door, the first sight that you have the opportunity to see is opposite that door. And the opposite side was the seat for the reception.
That's true. That's true.
That's today's newsroom for Joy FM.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. And so there's this fine lady, red top, sitting there quietly. I said, hey, I remember bed. Hey. So quickly, after sleep, you don't look too fine. So
you had to wash your face quickly.
I had to find a way to sneak out of the space because this lady there, Charlie,
level day.
At the time, we had people like Wendy Mamata, Dusty Wayne, Tomen and Forsen. So later I said, they are not John Kofi. Said, oh, begin a patient to be. You know that was how it started.
Yes.
Because you had gone to Brigadier Chum's.
I hadn't got there. Because I had broken my legs in the accident, and I had been at 37 for 3 months. Okay. That's how I got to know Brigadier Chum.
Okay.
Because he was in charge of 37 at that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Brigadier Chum is late Brigadier Chum.
Yeah.
Kwesi Chum's uncle.
Okay.
If you go to 37, you see one of the buildings named after him.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, nice man.
He was a big man.
Yeah. So that was we said, oh, Doreen came because of Brigadier Chum. Me, I was only interested in her fineness at the time. So we said, hey, we should try her. You know, Joy FM's strength has always been the people, and especially those who started Joy FM. You even Kwesi Chum couldn't penetrate the team. They were so united that, and to date, there's an old school Joy FM platform that, if you see the way they chat on it, as if they are still 25 and 22. This morning I saw Oswald on it, telling us he's going for jogging, and we are still united. We still communicate. They do things together, and so that team was the strength of Joy FM. Yeah. And Doreen was part. I was part. Gabby, Cox, and we will laugh at you openly, and you accept it openly, down to earth. You won't see it as an offense. You're looking down on me. No. I mean, there was one guy who did a morning show or gospel show. At the time, Soti had a song, and the name of the group was Soti and Revelation Band. So he did the song with some
Soti, yeah, Soti.
Yeah, Soti, yeah, when he lived in London. And so the song's title was TME. So the guy, I don't know if he did not listen to the song before he played. Is it Carl Morrison?
Yeah.
Carl Morris. He went on there and said, "This is a song by Soti. The title is Tie Me."
A prophecy, you know, Tie Me.
And you know, me no is me. You know, and Tie Me became his name.
Yeah.
Also, Sound would always come around as if he was one of us. So you can say, hey, only cock stomach close. That's sexual healing, I'm more. Heaven here. You know, it was a family.
Yeah.
Doreen was lucky. She was like the only lady among the presenters. Yeah. Not like she was.
I was.
So the sweetheart of the family.
We pamper her. We say, hey, Siwa, that's her nickname among the team. Siwaba. Siwaba. And then Jodigi had a crush on Doreen. Hey, Jodigi. Yes. And one day, he actually told me that, oh, Doreen a way. I said, hey, Doreen a Shama. I said, yes. It happened in my dream last night.
Oh, that morning was fun.
It was fun. So Doreen,
and so behind your board,
Debbie. Hey, John Crow 3 year board when he died. You know, there was a perception that Doreen had softness for people with light skin.
Yeah, but I'm glad he used the word perception.
Yes,
because it was a perception.
Yes. Perception.
Why, okay, hold on. So why that perception? Why that perception though? Did you ever see her with a light skinned man?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, I'm asking.
The one who actually told me was Mr. Kwesi Chum.
I know Kwesi is listening. No, Kwesi is listening.
Yeah, I mean that was how we were. Can you imagine? Kwesi gets to our level. These are some of the conversations we have. We eat from the same bowl. When Kwesi comes around, we are eating, he joins.
And he leaves me here, soppy.
Yeah, it happens. And on Sundays, the Akosia Labi, we say this weekend, I'm sponsoring. What do you want to eat? She will bring us. She was with the news team. Frechidi.
Esi Ampa.
Esi Glo.
Malco.
Zumelo. I mean, wow, boys. I mean, they.
Andy Owusu.
Andy, hey, where's Andrew?
Andy lives in the States now.
Oh, okay. Where you from?
Andy.
Sorry. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
So we had some smokers amongst us. In the afternoon,
they'll stand under the tree.
There were
3 main smokers.
Yes. Chimney.
Chimney. Chimneys.
AKA Chimney.
Yeah.
No names mentioned.
No name.
Tommy and Enforcement is a popular show. Everybody knows.
Oh, but
And I stopped TAF.
Fred Chidi was
Fred
one of
Chidi,
them.
Marcus Omelo.
Back
So
in
they'll
the
find
day,
a place
Yeah.
to convert.
Under the tree.
Under the tree.
Where the reception, the joy reception is
It's
right now.
now.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was where the tree was.
And we accepted them as they were going to do their thing. Come,
Free to
and,
air.
and they'll come back. They'll come back coughing. So would you stop this thing? So Charlie, I'm trying now.
Yeah, they're always trying. They never quit.
trying.
They're still trying.
Good people we worked with.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that team. I am sure even the day I'll die, my tribute, these same people will come and read my tribute because of the bond that we had. Doreen said I have gone to date her cousin. My first daughter is Doreen's niece, Idea. And so because of that, my connection, I say. But there is hope.
There's hope.
There's hope. I'm pushing that.
There's hope.
The twins were supposed to be mine, but it didn't happen. So
The boy is yours.
the boy is
You
mine.
just mentioned the boy is mine.
The boy is mine.
Brandy. And this way, Yanyum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yanyum.
she's but Doreen has two faces. So I don't know what's your star sign.
Cancer.
Aha.
You people are in star signs. Don and Mark and horoscopes.
Yes.
Horoscopes.
Doreen, you see, Christiana says that Doreen is very open. Doreen has a cold side though.
She admitted it right here.
Doreen
That
can
depends
cry.
on you.
Doreen can cry. One morning she says she's leaving. Me na mama tell me.
Oh, Judge, you are uncle.
That's wouldn't him the reason why.
No.
Our guardian angel.
I remember. You remember I was caught in the middle.
Our guardian
I don't
angel.
forgot
This one you are not here.
No.
Oh,
Please don't
and the full France about.
This latter days.
And he's plugging himself inside.
No. At one time I was once
this
she
was the
mentioned
latter
guardian,
days one.
once she mentioned guardian angel.
No.
I
This
knew the
was
stuff.
What was a
senior
particular
one.
guardian
See
angel?
one morning I said me coffee.
Kofi.
Me fantina ba. I'm muntu me dem coffee.
Kofi.
I mean, let's because the only lady who you hold down the mid morning. Who is going to take care of the mid morning?
That's how we man. You won't me boy me the money.
And so I'm saying that Doreen, you can't go. She says Meko. So there's a research that came out recently that I think we should all learn from. It says that workers don't leave their work because of salary. Workers leave because they are leadership. And around that time, it was because of our leader that Doreen wanted to leave, not because of salary.
Right.
And I can count a number of them, a number of people who, it's not about the salary, it's about how they are led. Yeah. So, Doreen, why are they? I'm proud of you any day, any time. Yeah, I'm happy. I am still your brother.
And I'm glad you're still on my side, dude, because when it comes about music conversation, I know who
she
to
knows.
go to.
She knows music.
Oh, but you are better than I am.
I'm a man. I'll be allowed to go and do things that women will not be allowed to go and do.
Okay.
I used to spend at the nightclub late.
That's
Women
true,
will
though.
not be allowed to do that. So for your level of knowledge in music, I think it is way.
When we began, that was the earlier conversation. I was asking her about Charlie.
Yeah, Doreen knows sound, and she appreciates sound. Today, a lot of people on radio, we call themselves presenters. If you mention a name like Bruce Springsteen, they are lost.
Hey,
now go for
you go for
now go for Bruce Hornsby, grab by
Bruce
him.
Hornsby,
Oh,
Bruce Springsteen,
Yeah.
Peter Gabriel.
They are lost.
Right.
Michael Langdon.
Bobo Dia Kese. Premier, you've been lost.
Andy, and that the mama me quite make a tree because my men brought for me to me. Every morning,
all of a sudden you switched back to English.
There be change. Oh, they change. Me change the baby more. They never say. My baby are not here. Dina. Ukraine. At times I know cry book. At times I know cry iPad as a trade baby.
She loves to read.
Yeah, and tell me to me share needing. And then mom then you fine pa no. I mean, mudo no mama no fans ana. Or on my casa fine just for some few seconds. Bina. As I go back to the. I'm very observant. Miss me help her all the time when I come around. Now. In the whole conversation, I'm sure you say, we've made it seem that is nice out there, but at times, oh sorry, I unyanka unyebim, and I unya as our bread, you man. I say, Bibia unko when him as a ujina facosa,
Routine jobs have that thing.
Yeah, or how go through such.
Oh yeah, yeah. See, na ye nimpa because at the end of the day, why you there back it is a footballer or boss or bre because they be our practice the same thing no that whole year. Yeah. Me sure say I mean to me kasa ma footballer, but in my current situation, me kasa ma me ho. Say sometimes we be bre, but I yet to say routine. I dey all year debia. But after a while, no, I say I can't brand home. Into what break cry, would dream who say a baby I will pay when need you home. Into no, sorry, so we'll quit Juma. Uber dream who say, oh, and yes, I mean, Kwana may need you home, but me won't cross also mutie me. It be almost feel say, mama, almost tuning in. Say, mamma no one tuning in, sending in a kahone ye tia in aka commercials need the account. Inti no odrin omu so omo ho a wo se oh me listeners nso wo ho wo de ma me nkoye no mo ani nje kama ye na bibia ye fe na ye wo mileage we ye tia e bi nso be kan inti wo be dream ni na ho no
that time Suna Radio you're there. If you're on air, everybody knows you're on air.
Oh,
just to see that you
too
get lost.
many.
Those times 1, 2, 3 radio stations you can reign. Yes,
and it made promotions very easy.
Very easy.
Very, very easy. Because once they play your song on radio,
you can know about 70% of.
What that?
Andy, have you listened to Accra from every morning 6 o'clock to
6 o'clock? They made it. Maybe
tonight. Accra looks like
some market. Hey, it's too much.
Yeah, Canada.
It's too much. All right, I'll let you go.
Oh, Andy, my last question. Interview enough for more because you're very evasive. You know, Andy try, but Mamma no, we're building it. I just said we're building defensive wall. Andy try, but very evasive. Pacho, unse ejuma ye.
Truly, you are not speaking English.
Andy, but for me, come on, I made that. Means being heavy.
Evasive tree.
They say me to two. Menka. Menka tintin. The shame 111.
Evasive.
Bro, for now,
it's evasive. Now, see anything.
The grandma now can or dodgy dodgy. Just a far fan chain. And then I'm now touch like. Ejuma ye. Yene holiday. It's true. Yes, it's very true.
Friday cry my holiday.
It's very true. Say, you were enough for you were adofo, you were ma, you were busia, and at times a human GM so much to say, you nya daje ma sa uncle for you. Inti the biya on say me busa wasamba ko say inti and we juma who are you going home to? Ejuma where then now to me to on your masene ono na fofo nkita hodie ebekoso awo oni wabusia oni oma da forms are and I say
what can say mom because enshana na form but it was a one nipa na no wa so to me hihye woni ama so say me ba adwuma that time we na me pon me fi here it was say me ko we ho efiada it was say me ko hu we memne da e was me hwe na me ni ebusia tena ho ne ye sei kwesiada e was me come ma me ne papa ho you know that kind of thing nti wa wu nipa na na was o hwehwe wo mre in such a way say unso wo be make sure say you know problems and na bibia so koso nti it depends on the individual honestly.
Do I succeed in balancing it?
Oh, I try.
Because it's difficult.
It's difficult. I mean, like I keep saying, I'm not God. I'm not perfect.
It's a very difficult scenario. I'm not going to lie to you. Very difficult.
That's what I'm saying. That more you see Doreen from. That's why I say she has two faces. I don't know if she still dances, but Doreen can party.
Oh,
Doreen Andoh. And now I come call. Andoh can party.
And then I cover double.
Doreen can party.
I
went to play at Doreen's party in Tema once. It was Oswald who came to pick me up.
Yeah.
And Doreen's party, because of the one who is doing the party herself.
It's a party freak, so
the
you
people
party.
said, when I said, they said, Doreen said they should come, they said they won't eat.
The music was too good.
They said they won't eat. They just want to dance and go to their house. They can eat at home. Because the one who in the party herself, or a party animal.
Nana Obonyum, Nana me Bonyum. So it was you who was making them dance. It wasn't me.
But you, as you know, sometimes the owner of the party now, so the party is also sleeping. But Doreen is all over. But off that side, you see her too cool as if she's not the same person. And I remember the year Doreen told me, she went, "Oh, Mark, we were that close. Even when she wanted to buy a house, we discussed it.
Right.
We also want to buy a house. Later, we want to go and produce music."
I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, that means you bought a house.
Oh.
Hana mumbu mi o. Hana mumbu mi o. Mumbu mi kro nga, me respect.
Someone sent a message that when you were mentioning the fraternity, you didn't mention Heavy D.
Oh, Heavy D is still a member. It's my Tema boy. Yeah.
Well,
I saw his picture yesterday. He's looking fine.
Yeah, Heavy D, yes.
Every little D.
Yeah, diddly D. The diddly D. Right, so you've been on the VGMA board as a member. How long?
6 years, maybe.
Wow.
If not more.
Wow. So when people are bashing the VGMAs,
oh, I sit down quietly and I listen to them. I mean, when I can defend, I will, and when I can't, I just leave it to the PR to do that.
Well, what has been your biggest criticism?
On who, what?
I mean, what you do. Oh, she's on radio. A lot of people. Oh, the queen of the airwaves. Too much shine. Do you get criticized?
Oh, yeah, I get I mean, like I say, I'm human. People would love to hate me. People would love to love me, which is fine. I take all in good faith.
Well, what has been your worst critic?
Oh, there was one that somebody said to me. So I went to this Asenkolangala fanfare bizarre. Then this woman comes up to a friend of mine and says, "Hi, this is Doreen. She works for radio." So, presenters, Momuniska. I'm like, oh, what has my name and the fanfare got to do with my? But I mean, I'm like, what was the relation? Yeah, I'm like, does it make me less a person? You know, I thought it was stupid.
No, clearly that person was envious. You know, she or he knew you had an advantage.
Well, at the end of the day, no, you'll be ampunti.
You don't get money. No,
yeah, I mean, I don't get money. Shatawa if he talks.
You just get free, you don't get money.
Say, if we pay you.
Yeah.
If we pay you, all of you.
Yeah.
Doreen.
Time out.
What?
Age
time out.
Episode do Awujai Radio.
But your time is what I got you.
Let's end it all with your greatest fear. What's your greatest fear?
Death.
Death.
It will surely come.
But you are aware it will come.
Yeah.
How have you prepared for it?
Oh well, and that's why you fear, because then I sit back and I'm like, what if I haven't done the things that God expects of me to do? And so every day I try to be a better person, because I'm scared of the judgments, you know, and it is only when you live well that you won't be scared of the judgment. And so I try to do what I can.
Do you have friends in the industry? Do you have friends?
Oh, yeah. A lot of friends.
Oh, wow. Let me finalize with these messages.
Because I know she has a religious thing. I think it will fit in well with her. Fuse ODG recently burnt a picture of Jesus Christ. Were you offended?
I was offended, but you see, opinions are like noses. Everybody has got one. That is his opinion. And you know, it's sad though, but really and truly, it wasn't proper. It wasn't the right thing to do. I don't know who he was trying to please or what he was doing it for, but really and truly, think about how you became who you are right now, and do what you did. I think it's a sacrilege.
I do believe in that picture.
It is not. I don't know the picture he burnt.
No, it's just a very popular picture of Jesus, most popular picture. there are 2 or 3 different types, but the most popular one.
Okay, at this point in time, I can't be 3 minutes to 10. I have a show at 10. I could go into religion and you are running away, but I am not. And let us meet when I finish at noon. And then we would definitely break down this particular topic. Because Mr. Tika
But she said she was
But
offended.
I believe in God. So, I mean...
Anyway.
Let me just leave it as it is.
Homeboy Kofi said, if there's any Hall of Fame, she needs to be inducted. Don't check out that we're having a romantic convo, so please we don't need him here. He should go and come tomorrow. I confuse him, man. He will take care to say waiting right now. Kofi Patu say, you Andy, I can say you like Kokontewa, but the shy say you go chop some plus. Who says me? I'm a Kokonte man. Ask Mark.
But you are the one who eats it. No,
I forgot.
How can you forget?
Doreen says she likes yours. We have to take her to our joint.
The
Adabraka joint. Yes. She's never mentioned it. So yeah, we'll take
where here Google Maps.
No, don't worry. We'll take you.
Andy, show.
Oh,
and then Wednesday. Me power.
Don't worry. We'll take you.
You lie.
Brutal.
Try you for making no joke.
No.
Me boss the alcohol heavy do.
You remember my heavy do days?
I know, but you introduced me to heavy do.
Yeah.
You introduced me.
Oh, we are still single, your name.
You still the go, right?
Oh, we know where all the joints are.
Doreen, do you have a message to tell him? He's single and searching.
Mark is searching there for give me specs.
Never say never.
They said they want your specs. They said they want your specs.
You forgive me specs. Send it.
No. We'll be our higher point.
It's been an amazing conversation. Thank you very much for coming, Doreen. Andoh, I've enjoyed this conversation. I wish you the very best. Congratulations. 25 years with the multimedia group.
Yeah, bro.
I salute you this morning.
It ain't easy.
Because at a point in time, I stop. Yeah.
I take out.
So I really respect her a lot.
Yeah.
I take out.
Success music. All right, folks. So we've been speaking with Doreen Andoh, the queen of the airwaves.